Welcome, everyone, to Lubbock, Texas, Jones AT&T Stadium, where their tortillas will be flying in celebration and in support of their beloved Texas Tech Red Raiders. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Red Raiders will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense takes the field. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling, the temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. And the Horned Frogs will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong, only called on twice in the victory last week. The Red Raiders offense has the ball for the first time. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on and hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back, and this defensive end can put him there often.
Big plays in the passing game deep down the field that take time to develop. And the big hog mollies up front got to protect their quarterback. Great job protecting him on that play.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Pollack.
Yeah, it's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
You know, for quarterbacks, ball security is so important, especially when you're in the pocket. I know you're downfield and you're focusing on what's happening with the coverage, but you got to know these guys up front, they're coming after you and they're trying to swat that ball away. You have got to keep 2 hands on the football at all times.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go...
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The screen, by definition, is slow developing. That was just a little too slow.
Yeah, quarterback just held on to it a split second too long. You want to invite the rush to you as a quarterback when you're executing that play, but you've got to be able to get rid of it, and you've got to be able to negotiate the rush and somehow, some way find a way to get that receiver or running back the ball in his hands, and the QB couldn't get it done. And
it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Trying to seal the edge on the right. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Horned Frogs will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll go to the ground. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. The Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. This offense has a 2nd down play. Now they'll run it to the right here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got him downfield. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
He leaves it with his back. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. A shot toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Setting up the screen. Bulldozes his way through. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
And the offensive line and the quarterback has to do their job on screens. They got to sell, pass down the field, pass down the field. Offensive line releases. Quarterback now snaps his eyes to the running back. The running back does the rest with the big boys out in front, creating a pass.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Got it behind the line. It's Rivers. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. He'll do it himself. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. And the Horned Frogs line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Hand off from the shotgun. Crosses the 30, he's got away. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Looking for a crease. It's Dickey. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. 4 receivers set, 2 on each side on 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. He makes the connection. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Now down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Gets away. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play.
Great timing by the defense there. Obviously, the offense has the ball in the red zone, and you're trying to create a negative play to back them up. They do that with the sack, and if they're now going to try a field goal, it's going to be a little more work for the kicker.
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He wants to take the top off. And the ball is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And a sensational return, and they finally stop him inside the 15.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they can put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution when that field starts to shrink and it gets a little bit more difficult.
Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. It's good.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. They'll run the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down leaves them in second and manageable. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. The Horned Frogs will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. They'll run the toss. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Off play action. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the 2nd play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Going to try to get it himself. At the 40, there he goes. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing him. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. A 3rd and long coming up here. They'll run play action. Fires the pass, intercepted. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
This time it's complete. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Looking to throw it again. Got his man in the middle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. He got it. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Boise State sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the fourth quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in Boise. That's how much they took the crowd out of it. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. He'll pull it on the read. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. He'll keep it himself. And the Red Raiders get enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. They'll try the right side. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. The Red Raiders are rolling down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. He spent his whole career in the backfield, now 40 career sacks.
That is absolutely insane. A guy that can get to the quarterback that much. You know where he's at, Palmer. He's on the end of the line of scrimmage most of the time. You're pointing to him. There's the guy we got to make sure that doesn't make the play, and he gets to the quarterback time and time again.
There are very few players, I think, in college football, David, that you need to know where they line up each and every play because they are going to disrupt everything. This guy has been that all throughout his career. 40 sacks. That is unbelievable.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Floating away. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the move at the 30. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Quickly to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Going for 6. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Right on target this time. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And the Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Quarterback empties his backfield. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Buys a little extra time. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. From the gun, the running back has it. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. The Red Raiders will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. On his way back from the 20. They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field.
With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. What a snag by the defense. Bringing it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out. First drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
On the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Quickly complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. He wants to throw. Underheat, and he gets rid of it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. He's got him this time. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Tackled, but he has a first down. The Horned Frogs are on the move. Comes out throwing on first down. And it's caught! Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. New Mexico looked less like a pack of Lobos and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough at Albuquerque, and today they found a way outside of University Stadium. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Offense getting set for first down. Quarterback on the keeper. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Now on 2nd down. He'll do it himself. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. He's right on target. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Toss to the outside. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. The give to the back. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Just when they're looking run, now up top. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. The 20, the 10. Touchdown, TCU! How about that D coming up with a play like that? Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, And now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point puts them on top by 1. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped up to 17. The give out of the gun. That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They're trying to crease them off the left tackle. Right down the gut of the field. The 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Red Raiders. And that one will give them the lead.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David, it shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. The give. He's not going to make it. Stop short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And as I saw that screen start to develop, I thought, big play coming. I just didn't realize it would be for the defense.
And they got in there quick, and the quarterback's supposed to see that, right? He's supposed to let him come upfield, buy a little bit of time, but then he's got to get rid of it, get it to his playmaker. The offense did not do their end of the bargain. The quarterback got sacked.
That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 16. Grabbed behind the line, it's Palmer. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Off the boot, looking for his man. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Man, how about the offense, man? You run a little play action. I can just tell you, 3rd and long, as a pass rusher, I'm going to get the quarterback. I don't care about the play action. I'm not biting on it, and neither did the defense.
And the Horned Frogs send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect...
Fires toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Red Raiders! Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off the speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going to do that. Nice job.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that.
29, TCU, 17.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They're trying to get to him, and he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Offense in a split backfield. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Russo. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
The Horned Frogs will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Makes a move. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Looking for space. It's Sticky. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Red Raiders! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. The lead is 19. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The back goes in motion. He'll start this drive firing. A little screen to the running back. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Wants to throw on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Brings up 2nd down.
That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
36. TCU 17.
One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Gets open down the middle. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. They want to just keep throwing it. Working the middle, it's complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Getting some heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game, you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pocket starts to collapse. He's going to take off. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Coming after it. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas. And that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets it out quickly. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. On first down, here comes this offense. Give to the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Takes the handoff. It's Dickey. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Finds a crease at the 20. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Red Raiders are marching down the field. He'll pull it on the read. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Now he's looking to throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes his connection. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Power ahead. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And the pummeling has started. With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Palmer. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. He's looking to throw. Just goes right through the wicket and brings up 3rd down. Man, he will be thinking about that one. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. He's going to pass. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. Line getting set on 2nd down. The aerial assault continues. Caught over the middle. It's Floyd. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. 3rd and short now from their own 48. Looking to throw for it. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack from this defense.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity. A 1st down for the offense. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll run it from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Line is set on 3rd down.
Of 2. Brings up 3rd down.
It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.